Hi everyone, it's Sarah
And Amy.
from the Stoughton Public Library Craft Club. We are excited to show you our October craft because we are doing beading.
Yay.
We'll be making a double wrap bracelet. I'll show you here. So it'll wrap around and then it closes with a button. So now we'll show you how to make it. All right, so this is what you'll get in your kit. You'll get a length of leather cord, a length of waxed linen thread, a button, and if you don't like your button, just dig into your own button stash. These are all from my stash. And there's a lot of variety. You will get a beading needle. It's a big eye beading needle, so it's like 2 wires with a huge space, so it's so much easier than the tiny eyes of yore. And then you'll get your beads. You'll get about 100 beads. 75 of them will be one color, and then the rest will be a mix. So you'll design your own pattern based on what you get. All right, those are the supplies. Now we'll show you how to get started.
Go.
All right, so you'll take your leather and your button and you'll thread the button onto your leather and you'll have it end up in the middle. So if you match up your ends and your buttons there, you're good. So then you'll tie a knot under your button, but you won't want to tug it really tight yet because you want to make sure your button can move around. And there, I've got that. Just like that. And then we are going to tie the waxed linen onto the bottom, just under the knot. Amy and I are learning a new way to video things now with this close up, so every month something new.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm behind the plexiglass, so I'm safe.
Yeah.
From Sarah.
So I'm tying 2 knots right under the leather knot. And then you'll hold your other piece, your short piece down, and you'll wind in a crazy 8. So that's under one and over another, and then under and over in a crazy 8. And there will be a diagram in the email instructions. So we'll do that 3 times before we get started. Under and over, under and over. So you can see I've got the crazy 8 there, and it's the same thing that's in this is Amy's bracelet right there. And then we would trim this off. All right, now we're going to start with your first bead. So take the loose end of your waxed linen and kind of pop open your big eye needle. It doesn't matter which side you slide it to, but to make it easier on yourself, you're going to want to put it so it's just about in half. So you're always pulling 2 strands through. That's pretty long. I think that's good enough. So you'll put a bead onto your waxed linen and slide it down. I just stab myself with that needle.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
It's okay, Amy.
She's bleeding now. No, I'm just kidding.
So I came from my crazy 8 coming under, so that's how I'll keep it going. So under, bead, and then this one goes over. And you can move your leather out of the way easier than you can mess around with your very long thread. So now I'm flipping it over just to make it easier for me because I like to push from the right. So you see you went over through the bead and then under the leather. Now you're coming from over and going through the bead again. So you want to hold the one that's coming from under tight while you slide this through. Because if you don't, you have to do some snugging up. So you see I have a loop there and I'm trying to keep it taut and then pull it through. So one thing to watch out for, and this happened to me a bunch of times, and I think Amy did a really good job and she didn't do it, but once you come through, don't go over again. You have to go switch to under here. So then you're coming in the same way over again.
The only time you're going over is as you're coming through the bead. Otherwise you're always coming under your leather.
So now I'm threading my second bead. So if you think back, I started it the other way, but then I flipped it to be the way it was comfortable for me. And at some point I flip this around and I'm working away from me instead of toward me, but this is easier. You can also pin or tape this like to a pillow or a piece of stiff board to hold it still while you're working. So that came over, and then I have to pull this up so then the leather goes under again, and then you go from over through again. And I'm holding that under piece taut while I pull this through. So the first few times it will be weird and it will not feel natural. And then under here again. So that's 2. So we'll just show you mine, and so you know that I am human. So here I am. I went through and then I went over again. So I got that. They're not all the same. And I did it again here.
But it's not going to be
But it's not that noticeable. And it's
noticeable.
okay. So if you do it, don't worry, just keep going. And after that, I didn't do it again. Oh, I did too. I did it right here. 3 times. So if you do better than less than 3 times, you're doing better than me. All right, we'll do one more.
Like a color bead.
It's too soon, Amy, for a color bead.
I like the color ones.
So through the magic of video, we'll show you again later. So this is going over and then under and then through, holding tight, pulling through, and then going under again so you don't make that mistake that I made. Alright, so now that we've come to the end, this is Amy's bracelet. We will do 2 or 3 figure 8s just to help lock the linen and beads in place. Then hold the linen with actually from here I think you should like tie a knot. So tie your linen around your leather to anchor your crazy 8s, figure 8s. The wax linen is so nice for that because it just holds things. So now we're gonna tie a knot close to that. And you kind of like snug them up as you go. Just like that. And then you're gonna tie another knot a little bit bigger than your button. At this point, leave your wax linen out of it. And then tie this knot. So I'm thinking of that button. I think it's about like that. So this is when you're going to want to test it and wrap it around your wrist to make sure it works. So got your loop and your button. You make sure it's comfy for you. It looks pretty cool.
Nice.
And then once you're comfortable with the fit, you can trim these leathers off. Or if you want to make it adjustable, if you have space, you can tie one more at the end. Like if you're giving it away as a gift. So at this point, I feel pretty confident with this being tight and snug that I would cut this linen short just right here. And then that is it. You end up with this. All right, we are done. We made these cool wrap bracelets and we hope you had fun. We hope to see you at the Zoom. That'll be the first Thursday in October, which is October 1st.
October 1st.
So don't forget.
At 6:30. And come whether you've finished your craft or not. We
Yep.
just like to get together with you. So.
Come for the inspiration. And if you love this, we got all the supplies for these at Diakonos Designs in Stoughton, right on Main Street above Cheezers. So you can make more things if you love this project.
And making this bracelet will make you want to make another one.
And if you have some questions while you're making, you can email me sbuckrey, B-U-K-R-E-Y, @stowlib.org, and I can try to answer your questions as best I can. All right. Happy crafting, everyone. We'll see you in November.
October 1st.
Well, yeah, we'll see you then, but we'll see you in our next video in November.
Okay, sorry.
Clarity is important.
Bye.
Bye.